Um, Honestly, I think has gotten way better through the 15, including today. Today, this was phenomenal today. His touches on the throws were real good. I feel like the main thing has just been his confidence. You know, even after a bad throw, whatever, don't let it get to him. His confidence, as well as the other quarterbacks. New offense behind Josh Williams, it's kind of hard to fill his shoes. So a lot of it just been their confidence, keeping their confidence because they know every day is not going to be excellent day. So just keep working at it.
But for players, what's it been like to learn this new system while also learning with the new quarterbacks, what they like to do? You guys, Stefan, a couple years ago during that run when you guys made the playoffs, he was there. You guys got to work with him. What's it been like with him and also the new system?
Yeah, like you said, 2 years ago, Steph ran the show for us the last two games, whatever, getting us to the playoffs and everything. So we was confident with Steph back there, and as far as the skill guys, a lot of the plays are similar to the old offense. It's just more of a up tempo, so it's just more about being physically in shape and just more focus because you have to get your eyes back to the sideline and so. Uh, it was a kind of big transition, but at the same time, it was doable.
Yeah, it felt real good. Coach Daly really made an emphasis on just driving the ball down the field, moving the ball, and I feel like we got better every day in that through spring practice. So today we really got to unleash it out on the defense. So I really feel good about that. I think I gotten, better at that. I really focused on my technique this spring. Because playing quarterback, throwing the ball is all about footwork. So I really just been focusing on my footwork, throwing the ball, putting it on the receivers. Targets where I need to put it at. And I just been following Coach Gill's motto for this year, being better than yesterday. Correcting my mistakes. So don't take the mistakes into the next practice, just being fluent with it and being better. So, yeah.
How do you feel you did today with what you were able to do? I guess in the first half against the live ones when you guys were really clicking on offense.
Yeah, I feel like I did really good. My big thing is I want every receiver to catch the ball. I try to share the ball with every receiver. The running backs, get the yardage. Everybody get some shine. So I really felt like the offense really did really good today.
When you guys went to that up tempo, I believe it was the final drive of the second half when you guys weren't tackling. How do you feel you're able to do when you guys are going to step back, do some quick passes, and really try to work the field? I guess in a 2-minute offense.
Yeah, it's all about where the defense is lining up at. Finding their weak spots in their defense. That's what Coach Daly always says. If you can find their weak spot, then it's easier to move the ball down the field. So that's basically what it is finding a weak spot in the defense.
How much have you taken the spring as motivation that you're number one on the depth chart for the spring, but just to keep that and really entrench yourself as the number one guy and have the faith with Dante and the rest of the receivers that they know that when you're back there, quarterback, you can make this game.
Yeah, I don't really think about that. I just really, I try to be a leader on this team, especially for the offense. Have that brother connection with the receivers and the running backs and the linemen on the field so we can feel as a family on the field so we know we got each other's back to move the ball on the field.
How much did the end of the 2014 season, getting those games, especially against Coastal on the road, really help you and to mentally prepare yourself for this opportunity?
I think it helped, a lot, getting that experience, being thrown in there, you can know how the game goes and everything like that. So I know this upcoming season, it won't be like a shock to me. It won't be that nervous. We go in there, execute the ball.
Steph, you talked about getting better yesterday on an individual level. How do you think the whole team, not just necessarily has embraced that, but maybe has resulted from that this spring?
Yeah, I really think the whole team really took that in art. Every day, it's not really a moody day. Every day is like a turn day. So everybody's excited, go out there and practice, be better than yesterday. So I really feel like we're executing both sides of the ball, and we're going to be pretty good.
What do you think you guys have to do coming into fall? How much further do you guys need to advance? I know you still want to advance until the season starts, but how much more do you have to advance to be game ready for that first game?
Just working every day, throwing with the receivers, getting the linemen, everybody getting in shape, because you never know what's going to happen on the field. Big play, you got to be in shape to run another big play. So, and the defensive wise, they're being on point, blocking their keys, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Got time for one more question with these players?
You think you guys are getting closer to where you want to be?
Oh, yeah. We're definitely getting closer. We knew going into spring, first couple of practices is going to be kind of rowdy because we're changing the offense, under Coach Daly. But, as we went on through the spring, we got better and better each day. So I really feel like we're going to take that into the summer, work hard, and then take that in the season and just go off of that.
Yeah, it was good. It was a little more energy today, so that was fun. It was good. I felt like everyone was flying around, and we did a good job, so it was fun.
the 15 practices in, and as a early enrollee freshman, how much has it been to absorb all of this information and really try to work to find a place on the depth chart?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, it was a little overwhelming at first. It was a lot of information for sure, especially from high school, where it's just much simpler. But it was really good for me to get here early and to get that. And sure, it was tough at first, but as spring ball went on, it got easier and easier, so it wasn't too bad.
Coach Gills said that consistency has been a big issue. He wants to see everyone be more consistent. And they've seen what you've been able to bring to the table, but they want to see it on a consistent basis. How have you worked over the spring to get to that aspect?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think consistency just comes with how comfortable I am. So I feel like, the more I get comfortable with the system and learn the plays and all that, the more consistent I'll become over time. So I'm not too worried about it, but I know it's a concern.
Todd, how do you feel running backs did today, and what you guys have been able to do over the spring with Carrington emerging, and you got Frankie and Denver now off the redshirt years?
I mean, it's pretty good. We got a versatile back. Running back group with me, Simo. You got Denver Daniels and Frankie Hickson. All guys can bring different things to the table, so it's good.
What did you see today? Some tackling work between the tackles, especially behind a very thin offensive line. But what were you able to see today that gives you glimpses to go forward?
Just the holes running through the day. Our offensive line did a perfect job just opening up holes, being consistent with the blocking, and helping us run downfield.
How big was Lucas Holder being back in there at the foot surgery after the Gardner-Webb, or before the Gardner-Webb game? After the Gardner-Webb game last year. How good was it to see him back out there, a guy who was started at center for you guys and really is a guy who can help you guys out?
Definitely a good experience for Luke and a good experience for the offensive line. He's a leader for our offensive line, and get him back, give our offensive line some depth and give him the opportunity to lead for us.
Todd, you spent the last couple of years in the backfield with Josh Woodrum, and now you're back there with Stephon. Now, what's the adjustment like going to Stephon's a different type of quarterback? What's that adjustment been like for you?
Oh, man. From Josh Woodrum to Stephon Masha, it's almost like night and day with the speed aspect. With Stephon, he probably running like 4.5 40, low 4.4. And with Woody, probably run like 4.6, something like that. But you just got to get your speed right to keep up with Stephon Masha.
What's the offensive change been like going from Coach Stamp's system to Coach Daly's system?
Just the change is just faster, very faster. Got the up-tempo offense, no huddle. Everything is going to be fast.
And how different is that with, realizing what plays you need to run almost off the get-go and really just trying to adapt to that instead of huddling up with Josh and kind of knowing what you get?
It's very different going from play calling in the huddle going to hand signals. With the hand signals, you got to be on point with every signal. You got to know the signals and get them down fast so you can run the play.
Was it a big change in the spring game this year with how fast you guys want to go, especially at the end of the second half when you kind of got into the huddle?
Oh, most definitely. Second half we try to pick up the tempo, keep going, just step on the throats a little bit. That was just the aspect of the whole spring, just keep going fast and just don't let up.
It was a team effort. Thank Lucas Irons for holding a good disguise. It looked like it was man coverage. Then he went for a blitz, and the quarterback had to throw the ball, and I just had to make a play on the ball.
And for a defense, and once you go from tackling to touch, what was the difference like in the second half, especially with the way they were trying to up-tempo you guys?
And the offense was doing a great job coming and attacking us, hitting running backs, running the ball really hard up the middle. It kind of changed the game a little bit. We started off, just got our feet wet, going in, trying to, make plays on the offense. So, it wasn't so much of a difference, just that we just had to be smart and be protective of the offense.
For your leaders on the defense, particularly you and Nick Newman, playing with the second-team guys, what was that like in the spring to really, be with those guys, be some leaders, and really how to help them out so that way as a defense, once you guys break into fall camp, you guys have a little bit of an edge, whereas if you guys were with ones and the younger guys were all at twos?
Yeah, it's a way for us to help the younger guys coach them up a little bit. They get the coaching from the coaches, but, from other players where the coach is not yelling at them, telling them to do it. This way we can just easily and confront them saying, all right, man, you got to do this, and this can help out. So, just being with those guys, it's just helping us be better as a team and, unifying us as well.
You guys went through this last year with when Wesley Scott was hurt. Coach Gill said he doesn't know how long he's going to be out with the ACL injury. What are you guys going to do in the secondary to really, find a leader and find ways to make each other better, knowing that the senior guy back there isn't there, might not be there?
I mean, as Coach Wimbo always say, that our 2015 class is something special, and I look back and I definitely agree with them. We got young guys who are not afraid to be leaders and not afraid to, compete with competition, and that's what we like and that's what we need. And I mean, that's the future of our program. So, I believe we can get through it. We had some young guys start from the 2015 class, and they're going to be an asset, and they're going to be able to step in and do the roles. And we look at them the same way because we respect that class.
I just think we showed the intensity that we always bring to every practice, and just the physicalness of us going against the offensive line each and every day, trying to make each other better.
That unity that you have there on the defensive line, replacing Chima is a big role, but you seem to be stepping in there very well. Tolan's doing a good job. What's it been like to have those guys just come in and really step in and really not seem to lose a beat?
Like Coach Wimbo always say, next guy up, somebody down, next guy got to step up. That when that next guy come up, he's ready to take on that role and be that guy that's going to make the play and help the defense be a better defense.
It's a great experience, amazing. I love the city. I've been here for 11 years now. This has been my home. Before this, we lived in 4 or 5 different states, and I can finally call this place home, so it feels good to, be in this place and be in the city and, really give back to it.
For the spring for you, what was it like, finally show the red shirt and finally get some reps with these guys and really work and try to find your way in this offense?
It was definitely a challenge, but I'm definitely up for the challenge. I definitely love these guys. Offense, defense, it doesn't matter. We all take care of each other, and they definitely helped me out. With encouragement, it definitely taught me some things that I needed to learn for this season coming up, and I really appreciate it.